Hi, Redheaded Riding Hood here. Red for short. I had fun on my trip, but I'm back home. I'm wanting to go back. I had fun and I don't know. A little bit, I don't know. I'm gonna read you today's daily celebration, compelled. You will always get a mob of parents at a prize giving or at school sports. And if they were honest, they would tell you that they have really come to see only one figure walk on to the platform to receive the book or certificate. They have come to see only one figure flash past in the race. They will politely applaud the others, but it is only one, their one, that they came to see. This was definitely true of me. And if you think that that is silly, you are not a parent. Anything your own children do or achieve has 100 times the thrill that something someone else's child has done possesses. Thomas Campbell was a famous poet. His father was a simple soul who seldom read a book in his life. His famous son used to send him the volumes of his poems as they emerged from the press. I like it that he always talks about poets. I like that. And I almost read a different devotion today, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay with this one. One day someone came upon the old man standing with one of his famous son's volumes in his hand. He was looking at it and saying, "To think that our Tom made that." It was Tom's book, and Tom's father was thrilled. Has it ever struck you that God is like that about you? I love this. God is our Father and we are His children, and all the time God looks down and God watches what we do. It is not that He is watching like a policeman or a vigilant schoolmaster or like some snooper out to catch us out. That's a funny way to put it. Snooper out to catch us out and ready to pounce on us. He is watching as a parent watches his child, and when we do well, it makes him glad, and when we do badly, it makes him sad. It is surely the most tremendous responsibility in human life that we, being such as we are, can bring joy or sorrow to God. On one occasion, someone came on R.L. Stevenson, Robert Louis Stevenson, turning over the pages of a volume of press cuttings about his own books. "Well," said the friend jestingly, "is fame all that is cracked up to be?" "Yes," said Stevenson seriously, "when I see my mother's face." That's sweet. Incidentally, Robert Louis Stevenson, he's the one that wrote, he wrote Kidnapped, did you write The Swiss Family Robinson? Maybe. But he had poems, and they're called A Child's Garden of Verses. And they were so popular in like the 20s and 30s, like when my parents were born. My dad was born in 1928, and my mom was born in 1929, that they both had A Child's Garden of Verses, a book of poems by Robert Louis Stevenson. So his mother's joy in his success was dearer to him than all the fame with others. As Augustine said long ago, God loves each one of us as if there was only one of us to love. And therefore, each one of us has it in us to bring pride or grief, joy or sorrow to God. That is indeed something to live for. I like that one. I want to show you what I got at Cracker Barrel. Lindy and I ate at Cracker Barrel, and we sat in the parking lot in my chairs from my back of my RAV and ate. And I went back in and I found a journal. I always love everything and I wanted to go in and get something. It's a journal. It comes with a little pin. And you know, I'm a writer, so. Most of my poems I write in my journal first, usually. Sometimes, very rarely though, I'll write it out on the computer first, but usually I write it in my journal. And I got this, instead of getting an Arizona magnet for my refrigerator, I got this one with a Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord is with you wherever you go. With the lion. So that's that. And I got that verse because, as I shared before, I've been having some anxiety on this trip, but I had such a good time and really am so inspired by Lindy that I'm actually thinking of another option of when my lease is up, and that is to get a van that I could stand up in and save some more money by living in the van for a while. But so I lived in my RV for a year. So I did, but it was very comfortable, but it was not very comfortable to drive. I want something smaller to drive. And see, Lindy was like, when I said something to Lindy, she was like, I don't think you'll be comfortable in this lifestyle. But that was because she only saw me in the RAV, and I'm not comfortable sleeping in the RAV. It's not comfortable. I want a bathroom. I'll even do a black tank if I have to do it again. I don't really mind the black tank. I don't know. I don't know. But like right now, I'm so like unsettled to be back here. I almost want to rent a van and go back to Arizona because I quit my job, but I'm gonna figure things out. But right now I'm kind of having a staycation. I went for a walk today. I have things to do. I went for a walk today. I gotta return my window coverings. I got window coverings for the RAV to possibly camp in it on this trip, but I'm like, I don't really like it. I don't want to camp in it. And I'm glad I didn't put the bed in the back because I met a friend who's in a wheelchair, Kathy, and her husband Tom at the Switchfoot Getaway, and they were spending a lot of money on Uber and stuff. And I was like, and when I realized that my hotel wasn't far from theirs, I was like, I can give you a ride back on the beach night. And then I gave them a ride the next day too. But if I had put my bed in the back, I wouldn't have had room to do that. So I'm glad I didn't put the bed in the back. So, and then they bought me dinner. It was so lovely. We went to the Brigadier. It was so good. It was like the best thing. I bought corn dogs, and I was eating corn dogs for dinner every night, except for the night the Switchfoot Getaway gave us dinner. So I was eating corn dogs for dinner every night to save money. And so that was a nice dinner. And then I got that a good dinner in Aurora Grande too. I got the fish tacos and clam chowder. So, but yeah, I had a good time, and so that's my thoughts. But so my possibilities for when my lease is up next February are do van life again, move to Pennsylvania by my daughter, or stay in Denver. I think those are 3 choices. So, and God will lead me. God will lead me. And my friend, so Kathy and Tom, he's a Methodist minister. So they're praying about my decision, and I'm praying for them because I think they're going to be switching churches soon. So they're thinking about that. So, yeah. But God, there's a verse in the Proverbs that says, man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And there's a verse in Isaiah that I really love too. And it says, you will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. So I think God's going to lead me. So that's scary and exciting, and I'll let you go now. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.